Like, what better than to put up our probation, social services? So when people walk around, they kind of know what the county, no one really knows all the agencies.
Banners that once said St. Rose now say Albany County on that St. Rose campus, highlighting its agencies and departments, some of which are located inside the Events and Athletic Center, like the Veteran Service Bureau and Department for Aging, of which helps facilitate veterans programs inside.
So we're doing yoga classes in here. All the equipment was left. Everything you see was left. This room was packed with a bunch of good stuff. We've put it out through our other county programs throughout the county.
Heading into the gym, where they've started rec programs for county residents within the last few months, saying most of those in attendance do come from the Pine Hills neighborhood.
And this is being used now for...
Oh my God, pickleball, volleyball, basketball. This will be opened up to the residents of the county to come here. We're going to do some lap swim days. We're going to do open swim on some other days.
The pool, though, not in use yet.
But you can see where when they were losing money and trying to stay afloat, you do what you do, right? Like you start upgrading stuff and you stop fixing stuff and you put Band-Aids on a trauma wound. The more you walk through here, the more you see like that.
There's also other spaces with other question marks.
This becomes tricky because how do you repurpose this, right? And you could say you could knock it out, right? But a brand new oven for pizzas, right? So how do you knock that out? I'm like, look, this is why we're here. Here's a tile that collapsed. This is what happens when the buildings aren't being used. The machines are still all here from the Starbucks. So everything's still intact.
How long now?
It's been almost 2 years, right?
Who owns this stuff?
We do now.
You own,
I guess,
you own
yeah.
this merchandise?
I guess so. And I don't think what people realize what we walked into. And we didn't either. So I'm going to be honest with you.
Another challenge, this building has 3 different boilers for 6 buildings on campus. So we make our way now to the library.
So one of which there'll be initiative made out of here when I announce the senior center. So every developer we talked to, every developer that walked through here, even CPL, said, knock it down and build something new. And I'm like, it's a great, solid building.
Back outside, houses that were St. Rose offices.
Like, all right, you're like, okay, it's easy to get rid of these housing. Okay, that house right there, all the internet goes through.
Next door, a building once an office, now deteriorating.
You can just see all the damage in here too.
So someone was in here when the college closed down? I mean, right before it?
Up here, not as much, but they had storage up here, and obviously they would have caught something like this.
We now make our way to that science building where potentially the Henry Johnson Charter School could go.
That question of the difference of a public entity offloading something without a bidding process.
Correct, and we're not though. We did the 90-day window. That's all that was. That's it. And I'm creating buzz. This is just one of many. Like, you know, we have to address all these issues.
Inside, lab equipment, even materials relatively untouched, and then in the classrooms, computers and books.
So we talked with the land authority and talked to Kevin. Maybe we do like a book fair.
Hypothetically, say the charter school comes in, do they get that too?
Yeah, obviously sell them all the stuff if they want it. If they want to bring their own stuff in, obviously we would move it out of their way. Ideally, it would be for them to keep it. Where else are they going to get all the tennis balls?
That's one of the many questions that still remain for this campus. Our tour just a fraction of the 72 buildings under the purview of the Albany Pine Hills Land Authority and Albany County Executive Dan McCoy now. He says once they pay back the $35 million in bonds, the focus shifts to housing.
In doing this all by achieving a budget that is balanced, no gimmicks, no one-shots, and building up a reserves that we've never had. The reserves when I took over was $20 million. I have reserves of over $100 million now because, again, of fiscally being prudent with our budgets. So, yes, this does make me nervous.
We've been to the meetings, the public meetings or whatever. You talked a lot about what people may not want. What do they want?
I don't.
Is there a message that's gotten to you this is what?
I think they don't want a charter school. I think they didn't want Albany at first either, and then when they saw it was coming, they kind of said, "Oh, we support it now."